Hello everybody. We got a special video today. It's a little Magic the Gathering opening. We're going to be opening some packs and they're from the Vault collection. So we'll have to see how it goes. I looked over some of the things in this product before I got it. But yeah, so we're going to be opening some packs, but first we're going to be opening this from the Vault collection. Now, it's got quite a few things in it that I think would be useful for a lot of Commander players. There's Wrath of God, Living Death, I believe was some modern playable. Smokestack is a neat card. Armageddon's awesome. Rolling Earthquake, Cataclysm, Burning of, I forgot how to pronounce that thing, so I'm not going to pronounce it. Virtue's Ruin, Decree of Annihilation, awesome card. Fracturing Gust, cool card. Terminus, Child of War, I'm going to build a commander deck out of it. Fire Spout, Martial Coup, and Upheaval. So yeah, I'm going to open this up, and you guys will get to see what they look like in foil. Here we go. We got a special die with this set too, apparently. Wasn't quite aware of that. And we got a little booklet. Oh, maybe this is a poster. This is in fact a poster. So cool, we got a little poster. So alright, so here we go. Good things. Alright, so first off, this die. I don't even know what to say about it. It's doesn't look incredible. It looks like a cheap knockoff Magic die, but I mean, hey, it's really cool. Not a lot of people will have this in your playgroup. Nice thing to have overall. Okay, then we have some packs of contain the 15 cards that I bought. So let's go through each one, and I will see them up as we go. So let me grab my primary colored Eclipse sleeves. Boom. Alright, so first pack. Okay, so in this pack we have Living Death, Martial Coup, Armageddon, Burning, and Cataclysm. So Cataclysm is each player chooses from among the permanents he or she controls an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a land, and sacrifices everything else. So it's a really good selective wrath, which I believe is what this box is all about. Okay, so this one is weird. So you destroy 4 lands you control, and target opponent destroys 4 lands he or she controls. Then this deals 4 damage to each creature. I think that's pretty weird. I actually don't know if I'm gonna have this in the deck, but it's gonna be a nice thing to have in the binder. So that's cool. And my favorite card so far, Armageddon. This looks awesome. It's positively spectacular in this foil, I think. But yeah, I love this art so much. I cannot even overstate it. I have a playmat that has very similar art, mostly because I love the art on this card. So yes, 100% awesome. Destroy all lands for 4 mana. You can't get much better out of a card for 4 mana than that, as far as Wraths are concerned, except Wrath of God, which we'll get to. Martial Coup. This one's weird. So, you make a number of soldier tokens, and then if you make 5 or more of them, you destroy everything else. I mean, yeah, it's okay. But, again, another binder card, probably, unless I make Soldier Travel, which I've actually been thinking about. So, cool card. Living Death. Okay, this card I'm a fan of. Each player exiles all creature cards from his or her graveyard, then sacrifices all creatures he or she controls, then puts all cards he or she exiled this way onto the battlefield. So, it's kind of like we're going to rotate the graveyard, the battlefield, and exile. Yeah, it's a weird card. I've seen weird decks play this. But hey, it's a really neat card. This will probably actually go in a commander deck. So that's pretty awesome. So let's see these up. Next pack. Oh, shifted that a little bit. Okay. Right off the bat, I see a really cool card. Rolling Earthquake, Smokestack, Terminus, I love that, Upheaval, and Virtue's Ruin. Okay, so we're going to go in this order. Virtue's Ruin. Okay, this card is not great. sure, if you're playing against a lot of white decks, which I am in play groups that play a lot of white decks, this card's awesome. It actually, a lot of the decks that I've seen have multicolored commanders, and they have the color white in them. So, hey, not bad. I mean, it's not terrible. Again, probably another binder card, but still pretty neat. Upheaval, really nice art. Return all permanents to their owner's hands. Okay, first of all, this hits lands. This is literally everything. The only problem is, after doing this, if your opponent can't catch up, you have to make them discard their entire hand, basically resetting the game for everybody. But the way I've seen this done is a player casts Upheaval, and then Teferi's Protection, and then everybody else is just completely locked out of the game, and you can just win on the spot. It's a really cool card. I'm not actually positive that this card is banned. It might be in Commander, but yeah, this is what I actually bought the set for. So, Upheaval is cool. Terminus, modern playable. Miracles is a deck. It's awesome. I can't give it an understatement. Great in so many formats. Yeah, I'm not even going to continue talking about it because it's that awesome. Smokestack. I've actually never read this card, so I'm going to read it to you guys. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a soot counter on it, and at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a permanent for each soot counter on it. Okay, so actually this is a pretty neat card. It destroys a lot of things. Or not destroys, it makes people sack them. So it gets around indestructible, it gets around a lot of things, and pretty much the only thing you have to worry about is Shroud. But yeah, that's pretty much it. In fact, that can actually make it an inconvenience, because then they have to go over to sack land if they don't have this. They have this 1/1 creature that they want to sack that has Shroud on it. So you never know. It could be a really neat card. Rolling Earthquake. This will go in a commander deck. X damage to each creature without horsemanship in each player. So this basically says to each creature in each player. 1 mana for the base mana cost, and then whatever you want to be the other part. Pretty cool. Yeah, I like this card so much. This is gonna go in a commander deck, and yeah, so. Yeah, I heard a lot of people like the SMR in these packs, so congratulations, you're getting what you wanted. Wrath of God, we're going to get to that one in. Holy, Fated. That is a Fated Child of Alara. That sucks. Yeah, okay, but it's still, it's still a cool card, so we're going to, that's one of my favorite ones so far. Decree of Annihilation, that's actually my favorite one, so I lied. Fire Spout. We're going to get to that one, and Fracturing Gust. So Fracturing Gust is a really, really good Wrath if you're playing Selesnya, but as long as you're not playing artifacts. This wipes away literally a good 1/3 of the entire format of Commander if you're playing with the right people. But, yeah. So it is a really neat card. I'm going to probably put this in a Commander deck. Fire Spout, slightly less interesting. 3 damage to each creature without flying if red was spent to cast it, and 3 damage to each creature with flying if green was spent to cast it. So, in the right deck, this will do 3 damage to everything. So, yeah, it's not the greatest, but it's really good if you're playing a selective deck. Like, if you're trying to play a lot of creatures on the ground, then you can just cast the flying half, and otherwise you can just cast the lower to the ground half. And if you're trying to wipe out tokens, really good card. I don't know. I'm kind of in between with this card. Decree of Annihilation is automatically going to go into Commander deck. Congratulations. I think this wins the entirety of the best cards in this set. So if you cycle it, it is Armageddon. Otherwise, you exile everything and all cards from all graveyards and all cards from all hands. This is such an annoying card to be playing against, or with. Because, well, I'm not going to say with, because you're basically just wiping out the entirety of the game and making people have to start really, really slow again, and then you immediately become the target after that, and then, yeah. It's not super fun, but it is an awesome card to get to play. And then the cycling alone is pretty cool. Child of Alara, for whatever reason, this one is insanely faded. I gotta give it a closer look a little later. But it's a really cool card too. I'm probably gonna build a commander deck around it. It is, it's just so cool. It wipes out everything that is not a land, and then it can't be regenerated if people do have regeneration effects, which I haven't seen for a very long time. So, yeah, cool card. I'm gonna probably build a commander deck around it. Otherwise, it's going in the binder. Wrath of God. This is obviously going to go in a commander deck. There are so many that need this card. Yeah, I'm actually building a mono-white Annihilation deck. So a lot of the cards that are in this are actually going to be going in there. I think it's like 4 of them are going to go in that deck. So yeah, let's sleeve these ones up. Wrath of God is just so good. Okay, boom. So yeah, overall, this from the Vault set is, it's kind of in between. I have mixed feelings about it, but there are some really neat cards in here. I'm just going to say that much. Yeah. I want to say that if you're a collector, this is awesome. If you're a commander player, this is pretty cool. Otherwise, this really isn't the best. I mean, you have some really neat cards in here. You have Wrath of God, you have Upheaval, you have Terminus, you have Fracturing Gust, you have Rolling Earthquake, you have Cataclysm, which I believe is actually pretty good. You have Armageddon, Decree of Annihilation, Living Death, and Child of Alara. So all except for 5 of those are really, really incredible cards. So, yeah. Yeah, that's just my opinion on it, but if you guys have your own opinion, be sure to join the Discord server, which I will be putting in the description of one of the videos in the future, or in this video. If you guys so request it, I will give it to you. Anyway, so that was the From the Vault set, so now we will move on to our Dominaria packs. Woohoo! Here we go. Pack 1. Got Teshar on the front. Gotta be great. Gotta be great. Okay. So we have our common Solarian Scholar, Dub, Fire Elemental, Croissant Druid, Dark Bargain, Primordial Worm, Skittering Surveyor, and Even Sentry, and Cabal Evangel. And then for our uncommons, Fire Fist, Adept, Goblin Barrage, and there's our rare, Gilded Lotus. And so we got that, and we have a foil of Aestir Glider. I think that's how you pronounce it. But that's a cool looking card. Looks like a fossil now that I look at it. That's pretty neat. Yeah, that's a nice foil. And then Rona, Disciple of Gix. Really cool uncommon. And then we have a Swamp and a Cleric token, which I've actually needed quite a bit of in the past. Okay, next pack. Gilded Lotus, cool rare. Tolarian Scholar, Sarah Disciple. D2 Lava Runner, I need a bunch of those. Divest. Adventurous Impulse, Thallid Omnivore, Llanowar Elves, Gideon's Reproach, and Sparring Construct, and Shivan Fire. And then uncommons, first we have a Saga, Time of Ice, and our next uncommon is Juggernaut, and Primeval's Glorious Rebirth. Whew, okay, so this is a great, Super Friends card in Commander. I don't really see it played much else. I mean, if you have a 5-color legendary deck, this card's pretty cool. Just entomb a bunch of them, and then I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this card. Not the greatest, but hey, neat card. Mostly I got these packs for the mythics, but and then we have a Yargle. Yargle's pretty cool. All right, last pack. Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards. Okay. Alright, for commons we have Relic Runner, Healing Grace, Frenzied Rage, Mammoth Spider, Drudge, Sentinel, Call the Cavalry, Shivan Fire, Power Stone Shard, and Demonic Vigor, and Academy Drake. Wizard's Lightning, cool card, first uncommon. Thallid Soothsayer, second uncommon, and Rite of Belzamok is our last rare. So this one requires the Cleric tokens, so now I have those tokens and I have another Rite. Which is cool, because I need this for a commander deck. I believe I'm going to put this in Moldrafa. So, yeah. And then our last uncommon is a legend, Adeliz. I'm probably going to also build a commander deck around her when I get around to it. It was a decent standard card for quite a while. And, yeah. And then we have a really cool Mark before us. And night. So yeah, I'm just gonna sleeve up the good cards here. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below for whatever you guys want to recommend for me opening on the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!